done broke this shit down. This is why you got to have research skills. You can't rely upon one book. You can't fuck with Google every goddamn second. Or these goddamn Google fucking scholars. And y'all be watching these fucking damn Google scholars, and these niggas don't be giving you no book, just restricting to Google. Google is good, goddamn, but that's like icing on a cake after you done research your shit in a library. And you done read hundreds and thousands of books, pamphlets, articles, magazines. Then you go to Google and get some good shit, and you attach that shit to what you've already studied. But that shit is not primary. Google is not primary. That's some secondary shit. Primary is actual books.
And dog bounty hunters on wires. Watch out for the agents and paid off spies, never revealing the truth and concealing the lies. On surveillance blocks like Parry blocks, I'm diverting those eyes. I love nature, told don't look to the skies. Look down but I look up and see flying pies. That's just a slice of distortions. The cloud third eyes won't be bumping into dead ends on this maze called life. More with more pride than a bunch of lions. Inner ear plugs in when colonists blast sirens. I met some giants, were the giants before New York. In 88, Fleming and Park was my New York. In Mr. John science class found out worms in pork. Around 92 is when I gave up the pork. Didn't eat lunch that day, the pepperoni slice had me sick to my stomach. Liquid would have to suffice. It wasn't a cap gun, first time I heard shots and saw sparks. 95 beat up by undies, all day followed by knocks. In a blue Toyota, I'm sure it was a Corolla. That day is when I gave up Sega Genesis controllers. Started to grow my hair, gave up the fade. I didn't kill the Artie sisters, I'm not Adrian Kincaid. Even though in college that became a nickname, I wasn't going to use some demon to gain quick fame. Turning a hermit, after I met Hench I had to unlearn it and relearn everything I lost during the Holocaust. In 99 started my locks and beard, pretty boy died. Then Kincaid was convicted of murder, I almost cried. Gave up the box link, Jesus diamond halo pendant and ring. Opened my third eye, became a wise king. Life has a way of teaching if you're willing to see. Everything you think is might not appear to be. Life has a way of teaching if you're willing to see. Everything you think is might not appear to be. So just be and be receptive to what life brings. All struggles are meant to raise queens and wise kings. Life has a way of teaching if you're willing to see. Everything you think is might not appear to be. So just be and be receptive to what life brings. All struggles are meant to raise queens and wise kings.
Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change. Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change.
Yo, something's missing. Dumb positions in the kitchen, not enough ingredients. Disobedience displayed a way of order. The page is sorta distorted from how it's looking so far. They set the low bar, they rap and sound like Sosa. I told them not to fuck around like Sosa, cause you won't go far. I reached into the chest and put my heart into the track. Rolling on the route and never started looking back. What's for dinner? They ain't cooking jack. Do for self, lose your health. Who's to help? That's a bruise below the belt. Soft felt. We're moving out like schools of trout. Cause we could go ball for ball, scar for scar. Past the future, blast and shoot ya. Keep it hot like sands out in Aruba or Egypt. You see this? Acknowledge, understand the 3 hits. Bless my brethren, never skied it, but pay the price it had a cost. After get the cash, I put it up inside the stash box. Check the shelf, I had thoughts and made room for more. Move the door, power raise the truth up from the core.
Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change. Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change. 9 out of 10 thoughts are memorable. Take note of the unmeasurable. God, codify my karmic exam. I got levels to go. Straight away from the path to solve my problems and do my math. And I ain't to bust my knuckles against the brick wall. That's anger management. I sucked it up, licked my wounds. After all, wouldn't you? After the devil challenge your shit. The pure child born of God, misled by material stats and statistics. Left alone to roam the streets, covered by the frozen hearted and wicked. I often dreamt of being paid in full like Rakim's songs. So listen, it eventually ain't about being in the limelight or groupies hounded. Not too bearded up, figure books and meditation, keeping grounded. Lost souls, lost games with referees snickering at my lyrics, they dumbfounded. That ain't gonna be what they gon' market, it's too astounding. Powers that be got it sewn up, that's what's up when you feel like you're stuck. Designed to be legendary like all others on earth, dedicated to rise out the muck. Black lotus nonchalantly puffing green on a park bench, essential balance. Coordinate free minds of empty-minded, we fill them up with what's inside of them. Silence. Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change. Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change.
I really wish I can, but I can't accept this rap game filled with charlatans and disrespect. Fifth element abuse, no longer use. You won't find your way out the contracts unless you do it Lil Wayne way. Count your losses, appreciate your wins when you get them. DMX run, Mason Hammer turn Reverend. Council of Nicaea Negroes that used to rhyme. Whack or not is irrelevant. In the body, spirit does time to the mind, but that ego will keep you blind. Thinking a hero is who you are. Got a house and car, expensive. That sellout incentive. Expenses plus profits have a limit. Acts 50 and exhibit. The industry pays well, straight to hell goes your spirit. Thinking you're too far, thinking you're near it. It's all illusions, gay dress code inclusions, and whack rapper MC delusions. Allah grant me the strength to go the length. Keep my eyes open for malicious rhyme intent. Bring it back to track 9, represent. Then go to 10th, cause it ain't hard to tell with knowledge of self. Hip hop is and will be in of itself always. To get in the game, you must fit through that crawl space and be willing, ready and able to live life always uneasy and unstable.
Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change. Life's just a trip down memory lane, especially when you need to see from where you came. No one to blame. God grant me the strength to accept this music industry that I can't change.
Audio mechanics. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Check it. Too many of today's rappers for gold have sold out. Punks had to take the deals, no soul, no holdout. I can hear it in your content, clear like crystal. For deals, these rappers lick bullets and suck pistols. Framing you with sex tape, put Molly's and sisters drink. Couldn't hit it if she's sober, you ex-high school loner. You loser, punk screwer, please out of here. Men with locks die, drag you by a truck out of here. Wearing the white hoods to make it look good. Or throw on a badge and drive them around their own hood. Where the gunmen be at, that know where their moms live. We won't let you sell out, then hide your head, you rapping ostrich. Pulling up your skirts when you're coming out your closets. Fall in the hole, I got the dirt and words from the prophets. Whack rappers, head off it is. When we catch novices violating their rhyme oath of offices. And I know that they're giving polishes to sausages, you punks.
I get cluttered and clouded with everything that they shouting, and when I see them in person, they face to look like they doubting. I don't need them to believe in them like Jesus or the Jesus is true. That's what they be moving like Judas is on some treason shit. My nerves lacking Emcee and the flavorful seasoning. I don't don't think that I'm seeing it. Ain't using proper reasoning. Snickering, slippery snakes, how sharply are the teeth of them. And everything I do, I don't interrupt when I'm speaking gems. On a bus peculiar indeed, and there's no need to pretend. Drugging the rap junkie with dope injected to raise the dead. Wow. Why his naughty crud sound so messy, brethren? Did him guessing that he had his share of stresses. You guessed it, everything from here on in shall be the best. There's no excuses for why losing ain't on the schedule yet. Sunny showing signs of skillery in the artwork. Growth spurts, snorkel greens in the bong, sipping green tea, cause that works. That surely ought to calm down his mind burst. Out of nowhere he break out the bars into a verse. Letting loose on the musical audio, I'm completely immersed. Call it priceless, painstaking verbal research. See what I speak is visual, taking in the screen gems. Depicting problematic themes of where God at. Can you imagine? The preacher used to tell him above the clouds and out the picture. I wonder if heaven will get this. Hear my lowly scripture. Question it from the parasitic resident evils will be delivered. We being held victim by mind games of society's snakish behaviors, plus their secret foul plans to enslave us. They opposition to these natural mystics, ever so gracious, numb to the culprits of manipulation. They negative influences can't take nothing from me. I'm on point with the heavens. My most deepest meditations, my most potent medication. You get tangled in the whirlwinds of the avatar's magnetic air element. I'm broadcasting live from an undisclosed North American location. Watching the world map. Pleasure still, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Zombie music got them staggering in talks on the block, waving pistols at the patrol. They foreshadowing martial law. Martial artistic war with these galactic brain cells and then rage against the machine. The drum machine, dusty old vinyl and the apex chrome. Await this designated driver swerving on track, cause I'm in the zone. Alert to the trouble that follow the spirit through windows of the soul. You missing signs of the pupil vision's microscopic view. Trust who is true, and who collaborated against who. And why ask why? That's what pieces of the pie and portions of the cake could do. I'm fighting for meaning, remembering myself, only I knew. And I'm still here, remaining the living proof of the illusion that continuously blinded folks, leaving no evidence of clues. Leaving no evidence of clues. We can't lose. Fuck that. You asking why we fighting, man? Fuck that. We need our enlightenment. First thing you gotta do is know who you are. That's why I gotta say peace to the sun, moon, and stars. Fuck that. You asking why we fighting, man? Fuck that. We need our enlightenment. First thing you gotta do is know who you are. That's why I gotta say peace to the sun, moon, and stars.
Face to face with the colonists and paper minions, the ones giving screens and vaccines for flu symptoms. In divisions and separations, no patience, just perseverance. Shadow mental blockages, landing with clearance. Knowledge of self, my Lucy blue crystal powder. Tapping into Allah within God casting power. To man, the spirit not flesh, open mechanics, vortex channel, energy stay mass till zombies pass. Cannot see me, he won't free me. No need to have the 33 degrees in me. Entering zones, twilight and mind hindsight. Can't hate cause I once chased limelights with blind sight. Stars on fame walks for train talks and brains toss. And all these train thoughts, many minds clogged with controlled brain clots. Praise due, since we came off the vibe of being brainwashed.
Fuck that. You asking why we fighting, man? Fuck that. Our enlightenment. First thing you gotta do is know who you are. That's why I gotta say peace to the sun, moon, and stars. Fuck that. You asking why we fighting, man? Fuck that. We need our enlightenment. First thing you gotta do is know who you are. That's why I gotta say peace to the sun, moon, and stars.
People have no music. People have no music. People have no music. People have no music. That is in coordination with their spirits. Because of this, they're out of tune with the universe.
Down with the blackness, down with the slackness, down for the cause if it would stop the whackness. Down with Isabella and Ferdinand Conquest. Down with debates and shit talking contests. Down with rappers' lies, acting like onsets. Falling on the stage, niggas down with the cross dress. Never down for the people but stand on their shoulders. Down with dirty Moors and Jesuits like boulders. Down for the count, pull the fangs of the you get it. Step up, you know you're going down. Rappers frontin' like an MC when he's really a clown.
H2O flow, Emcee, Canaanland, Moorish. When these fall, Shalon Davis, salute. House. Check it. They say they wanna learn, they only debate. Referencing the truth, trust me, they only sounding great. Study nationality before you question my estate. I'm not a minority, why you so late? Majority rules, here comes the test. Fact, that's my hand in the form of a V on the chest. That's a womb that is blessed like a moon and a crest. Major forever, infinite mindset. Major from birth, that's a seed in process. I'm a more that is easy to digest. Competent, never Terranilius. That is my land, never vacant. Sacred traditions, petitions for what you're not Jamaican. Westmoreland to Portmore, everybody needs more. We feel please more. Following the apostle, we should read more. I see the unseen more, we more. That's a fact. Canaanland.
They say they wanna learn, complain classes are too long. Don't want it on a phone call, energy too strong. Get it from the wrong source, now they way off course. Think they must be Muslim and give up on all sports. Should give up the red meat, must give up on all porks. Won't be yelling haram when the bottles are uncorked. Eating with the spoon, use forks for tuning. Eating humble pie, no ego ballooning. Samson 2 caterpillars, got him cocooning. As the full moon hung, spiral energy moving. Up through the crown chakra, energy shooting. And told me upload classes before live YouTubing. 16,000 subscribers, 20% consuming, 80% troll pretending to be tuned in. Comment on every video, pushing the thumbs down. Won't push the link when we live just like a clown. Pouring in the incompetence, always debating. Dissing Drew Ali but won't give their location. His image on the black banner, that's placation. Just get him out of here, Yusuf yells in frustration. We know they're playing games, we're not berating. Calling 911, scimitars penetrating. In defense of prophets and mothers abused. And newly awakened Moors, amused and confused.
Release this beat today.
You close your eyes and you see the ordinary warm brown back, closed eyelid scenario, and then these colors begin racing together and form this mandalic, floral, slowly rotating thing, which I call
higher chrysanthemum,
chrysanthemum.
Higher space, higher zone, outer space, higher throne, outer state, higher chrysanthemum. Know my place, know my home, Norman Bates, going on a killing spree. This is how you feel when you came from the gutter like crabs in a bucket hot. Now we got the city on fire, and I've been trying to get it, Mike Myers. You know we going over limits, don't try us. Study, study, study till you make it out. Enough to save a nation, why not save yourself? You trying to find a package, about to play yourself. Caveat until you never heard that read out loud. Who say we not teaching no civics, they liars. That constitution got the courtroom on fire. That resolution 7-5 with no bias. Coronavirus in your Lysol products. Bury it, carry it deep, don't tarry it. Heavy like a weight on my heart, lay Marion. Oh, my treasure was tossed in Lake Marion. Gone but never lost, we taught to never cherish it. Father never home, my throne should be a chariot. And various with areas underground like Harriet. Underground like the spirit inside the heart of America. They pumping pharmaceutics, purple hearts in higher chrysanthemum. Higher space, higher zone, outer space, higher throne, outer state, higher chrysanthemum. Know my place, know my home, Norman Bates, going on a killing spree. This is how you feel when you came from the gutter like crabs in a bucket hot. Now we got the city on fire, and I've been trying to get in Mike Myers. You know we going over limits, don't try us.
The word chumps and nerds going live with lies and words, calling themselves transitive verbs. We stay proper in status, in full life, lavish halo crown, sons of a law view of 29 mantis. They doing rituals, using feces and rabbits. They throw rocks to our temple window like crack addicts. Make him hug cactus in realms of hieroglyphics. Lightning bolt to the neck of Greco Serapis. And the Turks say gave me my fez, they're backwards. Lost soul spinning inward in the portals awkward. I self-law and mastered national standards of angles, marvelous light geometric patterns. High past mountaintops, deep past caverns. When we have questions, inner self has most answers. And you're ready for the truth, close your eyes, let go. Embrace the intricate beauty as you pass the threshold.
High as a chrysanthemum. Higher space, higher zone, outer space, higher throne, outer state, high as a chrysanthemum. Know my place, know my home, Norman Bates, going on a killing spree. This is how you feel when you came from the gutter like crabs in a bucket. Hot. Now we got the city on fire. And I've been trying to get in Mike Myers. You know we going over limits, don't try us. Study, study, study till you make it out.
Emcee exclusive. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Levitate, this hoverboard rap. Thank me now, you're welcome like a floor mat. Beat my format, tarot deck, I sort that. Pulled the magician, now you see my forecast. Royal Palace in the crystal ball. I'm a fully spitting bullets, that's John Wall. We dialing up classics in its own call. How you bounce back after the fall? That's a question. We building, not finessing. You got complaints or suggestions. Decided law is my reference. Y'all decorate. The essence is my preference. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find the nation. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find a nation. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Step into this ring, the gods of war sing. Drum steady pounding to the bloodstream coursing. Heed their warning just before the sword swings. Move north 4 degrees, avoiding its sting. Listen to their voices, sight unseen. Quiet all the noises, focus on just being. I am one with the breeze that eases through the trees. I am one with the earth underneath your feet. I am water walking land in the form of man, the king of Siam. I am that I am. I'm that fire that's burning deep inside your heart. The synchronized senses moving your body parts smoothly with fluidness, highly intuitive. Knew the movements of your fist before you even did. With each step left, right, feeling oddly compelled. Cause the shadow box with God is to spar with the self.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Recognize your dark aspects, I don't mean skin tone. Outside shoes in the house, demons you bring home. Outside clothes on your bed, sleep with a night hag. Paralysis when you sleep, dreams every night bad. Subconsciously suppressed aspects, acts called jump. About negative behaviors, unravel is done. See the deepest trauma and guilt you push away. Causes depression, addiction, and anger you display. Identity is central to the practice of magic. Witchcraft help you rewrite and conquer your habits. Detrimental to the growth, exploring the shadow self of man. Learn the lesser banished with pentagrams. Get the black candle, a pen or a pin. Scratch shadow emotions and let the healing begin. Light it and meditate, burn it down to the end. It's locked in. This is what we call shadow boxing.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Moorish MCs rhyme epic. Most of who you listen to rhyme pathetic. My flow is bloodline, most times prophetic. Your favorite rapper calls you black, that's synthetic. Always missing the mark like a shot in the dark. Your beat, call it ours with a letter of mark. At war with homo rapping queers winning awards. At war with NOI putting profit on fraud. Moroccan Empire, not North America wilderness. Nationality, the order, and indigenous. And consul, most higher attorneys carrying debt around like weekend at Bernie's. Stress kills, stay happy the Gilmore. Vaccines aren't working, boosters to kill more. Shut down your organs, Lightfoot like Gordon, or end up in a plastic room. Dexter Morgan, Webster's to your throat, identity's born. And stick up kids, no law, said Hawthorne. He also said Moors are the free white person. Niggas don't read, make them listen for learning. Wordsmith with malediction curses, seal them with obverses, spit universes. While gay rappers dropping trans verses, pedophile rappers with their perverses. Just do what you gotta do. If that don't work, just kick the facts. If you check on two, my word of advice for you is just relax. Just do what you gotta do. If that don't work, just kick the facts. If you check on two, my word of advice for you is just relax.
Intellect eclectic, that left coast vet spit, heat tested flex meant to reset your metrics. Rethink your message when you're speaking that dead shit with connotative tongue. In need of a breath mint, see me and my brethren bring the antiseptic, rock turbans, fezzes, and a certain set of ethics. Nevertheless, kid, we waxing poetic, drenched in phonetics, cause breath is the essence, this that old-time religion. Islamism, drawn to its rhythms, gone are all the schisms, brought on by Inquisition, called unto this wisdom of self-discipline, no longer long for the ism. Word L, Ali Khan, Bay, Iron Sheik, all three pen epics when we let the pens leak, staining loose leaves. You goofies dead wrong, if you don't know like we know, step off.
Anybody claim they addict, meet me in the chamber, cause when this shit get mystical, I got them yelling danger. I be the son of Allah, these other haters strangers. Now the ground shaking like a Moorish invasion. Pull up to your safest haven, where we'll be waiting, and we bumping red flag waving, unite the nation. You got your queen, I got my empress, trust me there's a difference. And if you claiming that you Roman, I can't take no interest. No slowing up, so watch me leave them in the dust. For me to lead the competition, thinking it's a must. Apple crust, cause I'm Adon, vibrating with Eve, even though my black moon Lilith and Pisces. Hear a lot of talk, but I ain't seeing no action. What they say and what they do, it ain't matching. They like my energy, call it fatal attraction. Electrical magnetic beings, we get it cracked.
This is all 9 lives, synchronized in perfect step, time after time, averting certain death before you leave. Must relieve karmic debt, which beget this war within us. C-Tech best, dust off records, our forebearers left. Put the needle to the groove, return to their mindset. Download begins, rewind cassette. Time is death, so then kill your clocks. This the will of Allah, filling you all to the rim and then some till it spills and it falls over all facets of the masses. Transactions composed in maxims, revising your cannons. Drove past heaven, it was littered with abandoned mansions where adverse possessed like 5 or 6. Gave them back their addresses, I got family moving in. Forget the madness, let the reversion begin.
True Ali the mastermind, other leaders asinine. Never dropping facts, use emotions to pass the time. Never make it on my shrine, Kundalini up the spine. Halo glow to aftershine, make you see the sign of times. Beeline to bloodline, Aquarian age flood mines. Rhyme like a plumb line, sometimes it's bunt time. Rock mid-range deadly, all around the foul line. Playback on front line, Moorish is my guideline. Step and cause a fault line, throw your service offline. Watch them get outshine, cross me like a state line. Get cut like a brake line, FUN your concubine. Strangle with a fishing line, when I help it's genuine. Always from the heart, all chakras are intertwined. Self you must redefine, more from the civil line. Not the clandestine, stake a vamp at chest line. Sun stay stationary, shadow left behind. Say you don't want to, not that you have no sign. See good in everything and how you must train the mind. Give out some love and find peace sublime. Water and the key lime keeps the body alkaline. Law should remain divine, not too much maritime. Get all 13 journals of the Moorish paradigm. Israelites from Sarah line, my path is the narrow line. Thought you had the upper hand, I saw it like a tarot line.
I'm painting with the big pen, game 6. Unity about as crucial as game 6 of the finals. I'm glowing like I won the title, but Ellen Beta noble titles. Don't worship humans, that's a false idol. Heavenly vibes coming from my recital. Middle fingers to connivers and instigators. The truth to revive you like the liberators. So this a pump to the chest. Utilize was useful and throw away the rest. My vegan ways will put the beef to rest. My calling got directed like receptionist. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to put that bullshit to rest. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to bring that bullshit to rest.
When I step in the center, they can tell I'm a winner, live my life right. Thank God, I'm not a sinner, live my life like I'm passing through time. Disastrous crimes, you killing up my people, I'm asking your bath is why. You feeling the energy rise, because we open the eyes. We see the old skies and all them cop picking lies. That's how I battle enemies, I be using my energy. I move like the centipede, in the mirror see me. Pay attention to tendencies, trying to mess up the chemistry. We can be one big family, I do it for the nation. How many gon' stand with me? I got the prophet up front and you're mad at me. Can't love a man that look like you when it's sad to see. I'm just acting like the children watching and it has to be. Nationality got me feeling like a dad to beat. Grass sheep provide the beat and I just had to bring the heat. Khalifa society, Canaanland Moors, Moorish connection, rise of the Moors, Moors.
We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle.
Out of my mother's womb, a golden child without a silver spoon. Raised by maroons, marooned on a planet like I fell from a moon. Staring at my reflection, height of high noon. Some close the blinds, I open minds. Some gaze with open eyes. The lack of knowledge, you're always surprised and never in peace. A strong man, all in tin man's grease. I found you as a slave, and you call me a personal line I tend to reach. I was raised to embrace those that are weak. You came on your force, I raised you on your feet. You took you to the mountaintop when life was deep. Deep in hell, I raised you well. Cause I was raised well. Belt buckles, it made my skin swell. It took a family, a civic duty, a village to raise the unruly. Truly,
we were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, or parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to buy a dictionary, start a library, call it a true berry. Open your eyes very wide. New Moors taught master lower self, no higher. Stay strong, don't retire. Many won't last and return to the nigga state. See it as infinity, not a figure eight. Watch for colonist tricks, they use language. Study etymology and see their tricknology. Code of the streets gone, everyone's in rivalry. Shooting into crowds, making children casualties. Mothers bury sons, daughters chase dad away. We used to see happy faces, no one glad today. Terror in the eyes behind mask Fendi. Hearts filled with self-inflicting pain, souls empty. We were raised on strict discipline, have manners, respecting elders, watch for speed trap cameras. Study from the masters, never inepts. Moors, look your best, crystals on our chest. We learn de facto, keep rights, rug swept in. We learn from Cain, ain't no half stepping. Attorneys taught us well about misrepresenting. Learn to reserve rights, give no consenting. Drop worlds on them, or walk away, no emotion venting. Tower and castle building, no teepee tenting. We were raised
raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, our parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle. We were raised to not misbehave. We were raised to stay safe, not in their graves. We were raised by both, our parents single. With dirty bungle, we're taught don't mingle.
More and more I am being guided. More and more I am being guided to study more. Muslim, you a Muslim Khalid? Yes, sir. More and more I am being guided to study more. Muslim, you a Muslim Khalid? Yes, I am. But I'm a Moor.
Cause it's the wave, yeah?
Islam. I'm a Moor.
At last, we do the dash. I'm marathon in my time. Stay on the line. I'm never stalling like Malcolm. I spill the facts. You still applaud and they hate, assassinate, and y'all award them. By the mass, I choose sets. Word to Boston. In the lab with crew necks, herbs and tonics. In the class with scientists doing the math, writing hieroglyphs. I'm the man with the iron fist. Got a past full of darkness. Catching that ghost like a house when it's haunted. Doing the most with the status of a lease home. I spend my whole life running for police cars. I spent my lifetime running from my evils. Ain't know myself, thought I was a different people. My people say they couldn't find the answers. Never heard of Moors, but know all about the Panthers. We catching cancers. I was last dragon, knew I was a master. Started from a servant, chapter 28.
We all we got.
We all we got. We all we got. We got. Oh, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Sue upon the law, put my fears in the dungeon.
We all we got.
We all we got. We all we got.
Love for my mothers, brothers, enemies and others. Love for those with no shelter eaten from the gutters. Truth, a vibration so strong it heals. Truth is the second principle of our divine creed. Truth is art, for it many died and some fought. Truth doesn't apologize and need a mascot. Truth must be known and not just only love genius. Truth is not for all men, only those who seek it. Peace be still, be integrity, behold upright. Peace is a mind state, no need to be uptight. Peace in the greeting or passage when I leave. Peace will not rest but rise when you grieve. Freedom of speech taken away like sheep led to slaughter. Freedom for souls trapped, out of control kidnapped daughters. Justice or death, after that what's left? Justice for the husk, become one with the holy breath.
I was last dragon, knew I was a master. Started from a servant, chapter 28.
We all we got.
We all we got. We all we got. Oh, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Sue upon the law, put my fears in the dungeon.
We all we got.
We all we got. We all we got. I'm staying on guard. The 5-pointed star renegade with the J scimitar. It got the thinnest blade. We blaze in the halls until the feeling fades. The game's in my heart, ain't nothing minute made. Reversing this mystery, y'all. Cursing this history, nigga. That terms burned in my mind and crime hinders me. Say hi, Timothy. This is divine ministry focused upon getting the mind about a misery.
Justice denied, ignorance prevails. Justice the balance, but I see just us in the jails. Justice can only reign with a free national name. Justice gives no pleasure or has no shame. Show love, speak truth, so peace can exist. For freedom to democracies not to exist. Fill out the census wrong, end up on the stock list. Tight with the fam like locks twist, the Moorish or cultists.
I was last dragon, knew I was a master. Started from a servant, chapter 28.
We all we got.
We all we got. We all we got. Oh, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. So upon the law, put my fears in the dungeon. We all we got.
And they gon' never argue with you that I'm
We all we got.
So they study the actual cities and they monitor these particular things. Fortunately, the last 4 or 5 years, black people have gone to a certain savage level, and that's good. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. When the Arabs was going across Africa, and right after Muhammad, they went across Africa, and if you didn't submit to Islam, they cut your head off and you die.
First time I saw the prophets pick like, whoa. No one ever told I feel sick like, bro. Stomach all churning what I'm learning like, no. Also have my own flag not burning like, no. Fez a turban on other nations like, whoa. What's wrong with your people's minds like, whoa. Wanna take pics and talk for hours like, yo. Never felt this reppin' black power like, whoa. Never felt this reppin' chematology. Most of your black leaders teach tricknology. Egypt is North Africa, so is Morocco. In the farthest west, Mecca is Chicago. Mississippi, Nile River, Grand Canyon, Pharaoh. I'm Moroccan native, they call the mother spaceship. Disrespect Malik L, call him slave named Malcolm. Speak truth, watch blacks have a tantrum. Masked up like phantoms, age of corona. Catch the Heineken virus, not improper persona. Fall victim to lymphoma, pineal melanoma. Like whoa, when I read the Treaty of Verona. Whoa, when I read the Protocols of Zion. With goosebumps drinking roots of the dandelions. Berries of the elders, grass of the lemons. Like whoa, how my people ride with these snitch felons.
People lost, start telling like, whoa. Me felon. Oh, no. Twin towers explode like 9/11. Times 7 like melting down the church bells to fill a weapon too sick like Catholic priests playing with leeches. My wolf pack tear 'em apart, breaking the leashes. Bad night, bad mission, sad vision, past living, cash missing. I done seen it all before like fast life. Alhamdulillah, Stephallah, cash life. Feds getting involved, switching on flashlights. Allah, we appear like Walla. Shematar, make 'em calm down, Goose Rabba. CNN show the hoax on the repeat. Corona is over, now George on the repeat. Like how would you survive? Everybody crash. Jesus, take the wheel, it's gonna be another rapture. Go to crisiscast.com. Right now, you'll see that we in the matrix. Right now, George Soros handing out paychecks. Right now, niggas mad cause they ain't get paid yet. Pipe down, I mean pope down. Pause all the savages, they only active to react to what is happening. What's happening? City ordinance, marriage rights, subjugate the womb, human trafficking.
All of them was under him, under dealing with this. They knew the deal. See, the hill, all of them was under him, under dealing with this.
All of that is black culture. See, when I was sitting down at the bus stop back in September, and I looked down and there's somebody left a Bible there. And I guess the spirit was like saying, well, there's some stuff that tell you need to go in and retrieve. And I opened the Bible up and it went to Moab. And then I saw a story on Turner Classics, the story of Ruth. All of this stuff is something
dealing with this. They knew the deal. And last but not least, I want to show you this. I love this picture. Here's a picture of George Washington, exactly like Noble Drew Ali. Turban and feather. It's as if like this is Noble Drew Ali back then saying
celestial beings, steps off flying amethyst platforms, pineal pulsating, illuminated acorns, thought power blueprint, watch pyramids take form, raise consciousness, airborne using a waveform, 900 plus hertz in a verse, open or close mind, eliminate traders, watch them hang on clotheslines, in no time, Moorish temples and castles built in gardens, no flowers where no animals killed, charting the stars, no telescope, geometric arts, porcelain part, eye contact sharp like darts, holy breathian, hand on heart, fez or turban, not the pedal salivating over 99 virgins, original blacksmiths, masons and brain surgeons, great universities for schools and higher learning, brought you a Vesta invaders, text ancient revival, won't know their strength without their Moorish rival, colonists, obelisks, a tower, seeing an Eiffel, 5 minutes with them all, leave you with your first eyeful, smelling like Nike Champa, and oil's essential, awaken their mental as thought forms enter the temple.
Here we have another map, because the elders always taught us that all the original places, all of them was original places and place names of places over here, and was at a later date transferred overseas to confuse us, because when the European came to power, what he did was change up chronology and geography, or the time-space coordinates, to disorientate us, so we don't know where we at. Here's an old map of America, a map of America showing old names, and here you have Tripoli, Morocco, Tunis, Turkey, Atlantis, Egypt, Patmos, the Globe Theater, which was tied in with Shakespeare's Globe Theater, Francis Bacon and all of them, Moab, the Moabites, Cairo, Illinois, they call that whole region Little Egypt. And you have a place there right there called Cairo.
This beat funky as my Ziploc. I'm about that action, keep your lip locked. I handle business, then I slide like a flip-flop. This ain't hip-hop, your pioneer pop. When you in ear range of the magi, I take your mind to new heights, that's mad fly. My title been buzzing like a mad fly. Or a hornet, ambidextrous, double jointed. Or components to destroy opponents. I'm anointed, that's why I'm blowing. You ain't knowing, I took the fabric, then I started sewing. The seamstress, pristine, duality on the ring. Your fatigue in the ring, unconditioned. The ignorant is food and finger licking. Delicious. These Altoid bars in mint condition. So here's another round, get down or lay down.
This whole European order has been totally destroyed already by their own scholars. But these scholars they put in the background because they don't want you to know about them. One of them names is Emcee, and I must talk more about him. But he gets this whole cataclysmic thing about this planet and the different cataclysms that took place as recently dealing with the planet Venus. This thing, planet Venus, always been there. Planet Venus was a comet that at one point came so close to Earth it caused the destructions that took place, and then it settled in the orbit that we now see as Venus. And this was symbolized as Quetzalcoatl, the plumed serpent, the flying fiery serpent was symbolized as Venus when it came very close to Earth. And different things in the Bible and Exodus about the plagues and all this stuff and mentioned in the Bible confirm this cataclysm that took place. But I'm gonna save that for another lecture.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law, make civil literal lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. Or keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, prepping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Had no but I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake's still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finish him.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle. Using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical. Lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic. Facts slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic. Calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved. Or cut like a close shave. Drowned in my brain waves, squashed by heat waves. Activating Kundalini. Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini. Selassie I in exile. Reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real. All I see is false evidence. They are feminists, stomped on by elephants. Won't like go prejudice, but want Moorish benefits. When you feel the pull, magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book called Maleficent. Great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness, no pestilence. Ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors present Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with Moors they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents warn, explained expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with fezzes, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take Moorish science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again. Remain cautious, cause often they sin again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
And free national name. Brought an ID card, don't flash at the hybrid. Learn about the righteous and when we were the pirates. Ancestral creed, clandestine heed. Warnings of the prophet, they can't intercede. Canaanite, Hittite, Amorite brethren needing new homes to Atlantis direction. North, south, and central, flag continental. Founder and uniting of the Moorish holy temple of science. Nationality is alliance, always in defiance of their wardship compliance. Active, not passive, estate is massive. Use the compass, draw circles around your passions. Carpenter's tool in the man workshop. Corsica bandana, covered eyes in bird box. Return to ancestors' mind, descendants of ancients. Forget the mundane, knowledge attainments. Guided by the principles, our own laws and customs. If they teach but don't bring up Drew Ali, don't trust them. Tell everyone about Drew Ali, 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 tell everyone. Tell everyone about Drew Ali, 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 tell everyone.
I told a Filipino woman about Drew Ali. We got more into the pedigree. She said she more. I said that meant more to me. Couldn't have this conversation a few years back when I was a few years black. 2,000 years I cried them tears, but I'm back. Still here, thought manifested from a higher tier. I appear spirit and flesh with divine warnings. Choose life or death. I heard my mother utter to the Negro, black, her color, African American, and that's another. Moors, be yourself, no other. You're the last puzzle in place, now move others. Hatred, slander, lewdness, murders. The pleasure of the lower, rich in promise, so you can't prevent effects from causes. So a seed planteth, so a seed groweth. Deep in the soil, with love, truth, peace, freedom and justice. Born on a Friday, I put that on Venus. Creative fate, Allah, use a genius. You sent your last prophet to uplift me, so I gotta tell everybody. Tell everyone about Drew Ali, 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 tell everyone.
Little geeks, you tell us we don't deserve to be champions. You tell us you're gonna show us where the power and who is the glory. How do you think we got to be world champions?
Know myself, what a rush, know my enemy. Energy through chakras, rush and found legacy. A rush like scoring the game-winning penalty. A rush like no slavery, but commerce and amity. Moorish militia locked up, Rittenhouse allegedly did nothing wrong. Colorable recipe. Discrepancy was exceptionally at full density. The arms both used were semi-auto weaponry. Some claim self-defense Dance out of necessity, respectfully. System needs to get rushed, I'm sure death agree. Life feels empathy with no intensity. Moors feel that they medically mandate the peasantry. Got them fooled with professional perplexity, proclaiming there's a rush out the non-entity. What a rush, I know the pandemic is stupendous and devilry. Moors prove we got exemptions. Try to knock me off my square, jealousy horrendous. My apprentice, school dirty, Moors tremendous. Then exits, leaving breakfast fight contenders and pretenders. More by descenders, 7-level ascenders.
Swelling of the fluid sac surrounding the brain. Contusions, these are the things that our dreams are made of.
With a rush, I instantaneously combust. Well oiled, no rust. I thrust forward like the clutch. Mafia on automatic like the transmission. I plan different on plans lifted like a bench press. Most switch up when they get pressed. I ain't impressed playing chess with the impress. I'm a vet, Bermuda rook smooth. The chessboard is duality. What's your next move? Most gamble with their life, I bet you won't come up with solutions. Physical foundations start with mental blueprints. Gravitate to where the truth is. They alter the ancestors when depicting them. I proclaimed and got a rush, Eric Dickerson. What a rush. No Jerome Bettis. What a rush. What a rush. No Marshall Falk. What a rush. What a rush. No Emmitt Smith. What a rush. What a rush. No Barry Sanders. What a
The
rush.
magnitude of this title defense, I don't know if I should touch on it, but it's conceivable the two of you are going to be involved in the gigantic battle royal at the end of the night. Now, I tried to ask a couple of people earlier on what would happen, say, for instance, if Hawk and Animal, if you were to be the final two men in the ring at the end.
Just one way to sum that up, Mean Gene.
Drew Ali said black means death, but y'all blind and deaf and can't read truth you can't find. Miss Drew Ali lessons waiting for Jesus. Teaching lies as competence, nigga doesn't mean negus. More doesn't mean black, it means more bite. And high priest of a new, holding the marvelous light. 7 orbs in our palm, we are ancients return. From the line of Ruth, skin looks like brass burned. Hair looks like Zoroaster, face of an old Mac. Sundial is my watch, FOH with your Rolex. Major not minority, no clicking heels like Dorothy. Flames on a straw man, no joining their sorority. Great Seal is not Illuminati, but Moorish. Disrespect Moors and we might get boorish. We're in our own land, fam, don't call me a tourist. I use the floor more, fine-tuning my auras. Let them know that I'm back in the booth, back for the youth. Words coming out of mouth is the truth. Let them know that you're back in the booth, back for the youth. Words coming out of mouth is the truth. Let them know that I'm back in the booth, back for the youth. Words coming out of mouth is the truth. Let them know that you're back in the booth, back for the youth. Words coming out of mouth is the truth.
Get your foot up off my ottoman. Empire built for an ottoman. Never mix me up for them other men. I'm writing with an iron pen. Good life and not a gym. Born in an empire, not a sin. Moorish American, round table, Moorish ordering. I am feminine and masculine. Principle, rights inalienable. So I'm able. Now Cain wants to kill me. Biblical. My brother who pretends to be brotherly. Try to put me back in slavery. Confederate flags under my cherry tree. Washington cut it down, but Washington is still in me. Moors, yo, I speak the tongue, uplift the blind, the deaf, the dumb. And everything is mine, use some. Legislative act, municipal outcomes. Animal farm, I see the reruns. Nation never cared for a president. Trudeau in a turban, that's evident. Major not minor, that's permanent.
A lot of us are not familiar with this, but they're trying to keep our energy down. That's why they keep a lot of sex, violence, and stuff, so you can't raise your energy up, the Kundalini energy up, to be who we were supposed to be. And I'm strictly talking hip-hop. I'm going to show you through hip-hop how these chakras come into play. I'm not even dealing with anything else but hip-hop today. So everything I discuss will strictly be about hip-hop. So I wanted to show that so the young cats can understand the chakras. Vibrations. Everything moves. Everything in the universe is moving right now as we speak. This table is moving. If I can raise my vibration to an equal or higher than the table vibration, shit, I can walk through it. And your ass would think you was high.
Read the future through the stars, or Tarot of Moors. Cut you with the scimitar or shadow sword. Then in Callaway, our names are Moors of Europe. Black and Indian, say lying and selling you hope. Dirty Moors tell you MST of A is religious. Replace Jesus with Drew Ali singing hymns like Christians. Emmanuel I said be a human rights reader, but Ross play games in Moorish Jalabiyas. Nuwapians know the dot gave him circle 7 lessons and call him a nation of Moors in 360 questions. Hebrew Israelites are Moorish, Zionist Jews, but has the mothers in the back of tabernacle rooms. Praying to the patriarch when Ark is the womb. Reincarnated Drew Ali written on Given's tomb. Drew Ali reincarnated is also Fard Muhammad, claiming the prophet, but he's all about profit. Dollar sign odds, 10 grand for a package. King of the Moors smearing feces, that's so savage. They're not against me, but against Drew Ali. They're not adjective like black collar or Somali. Jumping over Negro and say more means blacks as nigga leaders with scholarship off track. Should face a firing squad with lies like that. BLM leaders, mansions, every state on the map. No guilt or remorse. They face on billboards, but police victims in courts as a status quo wards. Mothers mourning, hiring civil rights attorneys. Most of them are not worthy and job turkeys. Make you march and picket, no one sees you like midgets. No matter how hard you fidget, choked out for 10 minutes. Been dead for 7 on your highway to heaven. They get off with the wrist slap, but not charged like a felon. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. Your mind is so black. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts. You can't see what I can see.
That's those black glasses right there. Them
Your mind is so black.
You said meet them where they're at? Been there, done that. Sounds like you want me going back to being black. Dead carcass, a dead status, same difference. All in experience. Blacks getting shot up, but Moors make them shut up. Double cup, that's protection. Every man to a nation. Negotiate for what? When you have the Constitution. Am I a Negro or what? You need permission, not prohibitive, privilege. Like you're somebody's kid. I guess that's the way we live. Nah, free national standards. I'm nobody's bastard. Land, air, water. That spells law, but you're blind, baby. I told you, you're blind, baby. Message for the percolated. Don't shoot my birdie. More science than facts. Fiction is the movie. Look at the way you act. If you don't believe me, then study. Then you would know, and you would grow. You would know, and you would grow. Blind, baby.
You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. Your mind is so black. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts. You can't see what I can see. You're blind, baby. Your mind is so black. Nah. Your era is not ours. Ceremony masters, Moorish Quran. I won't read from masters. Knowledge from the MSTA National College. 4 quadrants are elements. What's the relevance? 4 is also directions. Mundane cross. If you want a solid foundation, build on all 4s. Constant building when Moors are on the square. Tetraphobia is seeing 4s and being scared. At Earth's 4 corners are all the forecasts. Warriors, merchants, and high priests forecast. Servants and laborers do what is ordered. Inquisition know about 4. They draw and quartered. 4 letters in Jehovah and Yahweh, possibly quatrain. 4-line poems of prophecy. I chain forth qua, youth on cultivation. Energy of 4, mystic realm, divination. You need 4 eyes to keep watch on enemies. Seeing 4 is universe speaking through energies. 4 means focus, be prepared on your path. Life path 4s are the ones that won't turn backs. Plus meticulous execution of projects and plans. Professor Drew Ali, Egyptian adept, the man. 4 energy, 13, 22, and 31. 4 derives its energy from tone and vibration.
Came through to activate the Lamb of God. Generate, operate, destroy your mob. The crown chakra 7 inches, 4 gates on the top. Listen up, pay attention. Time to end the deadlock, red lock. Headshot, headshot. We do it like the giants in the book of Enoch. That's big, so notorious, but I ain't flexing choppers. Really tapping into my medulla oblongata, showstopper. Cut the circus act, the prophet pulled the curtains back. The way I bring the hammer down, they say the earth is flat. Stepping through the pillars, Joaquin and Boaz. Solomon's simple, young spiritual nomad. Coming off the temples, 7 hermetic principles. This is alchemy, transmutate when they challenge me. Leave them shocked, no Palpatine. Sever heads if you doubting me.
4 paths in the circumference, 7's in the circle, only nobles in my circle. Weaving through traffic, we ain't operating commercial. Surgical, these dispositions cause vertigo. This that soul tint flow, the elo within, and vertigo. The eye of Allah, sapphire, I'm resurrecting the empire. No partial, the entire, I'm here to admit fire. Flammable, they ramble, bro, we talk with precision. Focused on the mission, yeah, binocular vision. I'm seeing through the eyes of a prism. You don't open your mind, you'll be in prison. Victim to your own stagnation, Venus flags waving, stone no cavemen, I put it down layman. Yeah, basics, the team I support like training wheels and braces.
If you want to read it, read Stanley Lane Post. If you want to read it, read Stanley Lane Post. The Moors in Spain, written in 8. If you want to read it, read Stanley Lane Post. The Moors in Spain, written in 1887. Or Alejandro Macaziza, read his book in Spanish, The Moors in Spain, and said that even the bath was introduced by those Africans.
He do goddamn motion picture.
They got me looking for the artifacts till my heart collapse. I be running through the scene like I'm on a lap. The way we left them on the scene put us on a map. So I be all up on the scene looking hard for all the stolen Moorish artifacts, hun, like I'm Artemis. See, I be running through the scene like I'm on a mission. The way they left about the scene made it hard to miss them. See, I be all up on the scene looking for my shit like red flags and green sashes. We assassins. Triple gold, my fist high like I'm Selassie. Physical, your men die, we everlasting. In the cold like Northgate, winter, Alaska. Killing the pastor, breaking it down my mind like a disaster. Ass whooping the bastard. If you don't represent the serpentine bloodline, more by bloodline, welcome to the front line. Baby, I want mine. I'm so impatient, I'm cutting up in the lunch line. I call it crunch time. They tryna punk some, but I ain't noble time. I'm Noble Draw Ali. I'm working overtime. Hidden treaty, 1787 times 711, higher than 7 heavens. Steady, no guessing. Better stomach the lesson. Booby trap in the house. I'm home alone like Kevin. So step in. I'm here to make my case with law and rest it. I scimitar the block, no heads, necklace. I keep a Baphomet on the top of the dresser. Working 7 days a year, yeah, looking for the stolen Moorish artifacts, huh? Like I'm Artemis. See, I be running through the scene like I'm on a mission. The way they left about the scene made it hard to miss them. See, I be all up on the scene looking for my shit like.
Doctrine of discovery from a Maghreb Al-Aqsa. Always challenge jurisdiction of your captors. Stand on your square, no apron or protractors. Who manifest hep chef, something not Cleopatra. Man is man tantra, know that self mantra. Get out the lower self and vibrate your chakras. Walking on the higher road, my staff on my levels up Allah. If my God protected more with the 7s up. 4 quadrant halos, celestial pharaohs. Expose those Socrates and Plato's. Chopped down my cherry tree and still couldn't bury me. In their secret lodges, they pretend to be me. Indiana Jones, national treasures. Angels and demons and one world agendas. Razor blade smiles, alien, reptilian. Running corporate governments with warred civilians. Invisible wars, police state has risen. Uplifting, falling from their mental prisons. 5-point star drawn, vortex and wormholes. Leads to behind the backs of turncoats.
Stolen Moorish artifacts, huh? Like I'm Artemis. See, I be running through the scene like I'm on a mission. The way they left about the scene made it hard to miss them. See, I be all up on the scene looking for my shit like.
But remember, when there came a time in 1506, Africans ruled Spain from 711. We were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S, from 711 until 1485.
Drop facts on blacks, call that a hawk smash. Call Orishas, they call us a cult that worship the devil. We honor our higher self as glowing headlights. Be in a higher self, meditate, start flying. Fireballs start shooting, striking with lightning. Everybody that's looting receive messages, telepathic, graphic. Dark skull 418, More's dynamic. Masonic gate open, Moorish God post. Sword open throats and third eyes closed. Round table order, bodies clean with water. Palm to pineal, pure mental disorders. Free them from the dead states, give them full life. Out in the darkness into marvelous light. Behind turban veils, red cape flapping. Green star in the sky calls Morse to action. Finger lightsaber, jump a skyscraper. Heart before you hit the ground, call us your savior. Call us your honor, only dogs wear a collar. Show a Moorish doctrine or don't call him scholar.
First question I have for you, my sister.
Summoned by the Sharifs to enforce the law. Moon on the chest, 5-point star. Strap on the hip, that's my scimitar. Similar to the bumper of Shiner's car. Armored like I was St. Maurice. Teeth in the night, but I ain't a thief. Hedges in highway, so I'm in the streets. Saving the children, apparently meek. Still waiting for a savior. It took 7 days to a quarter moon. My jurisdiction you can't assume. Roots from Andalus, Christopher still paying them dues. Constitution of four unconstitutional rules. Free national standards or acres and a mule. I promise this comfort to a fool. But don't sweat it cause I'm never late. I'm the more without a cave, more without a cave.
To the lighthouse for a lack of knowledge.
We put this out here.
Doubt that fake shit you gotta wipe out. No shaman, but we shaman. Knock out your top rhyming. If you harming the Brahmin, it might be alarming. I got a plug in San Diego like Collabs. I'm charting, out playing. I can go through different doors. Have band, the master plan must come from the master. Then when I speak, they listen like they tapping him. They sleep, that's why I'm tapping them. Real talk on the shoulder, who you know colder. That spit fire that'll smolder with a cannabis odor. Yeah, the charge is solar. Mentally arms I bear, that's polar. Emcee, Moorish calendar, and microphone controller.
Moroccan flag on my back like a cape. I'm searching for the tapes, but they want me to wait. And every individual criminal hiding video and audio of the prophet announce it on the radio. Live for your burial, more vengeance is coming. Dirty's out of bound, rebounds like Drake Drummond's. Y'all all chicken, and I ain't talking about dumplings. I'm brave like Super Dave, but I ain't doing no dumb shit. Reality choices you make, pay the price. No money, you dummy, pay with your life. Slave with a scimitar, not even a pocket knife. You in the chair, but your ears ain't rocking right. Uplift humanity, protect my birthright. Defuse the conversation. Yeah, I just might drop the world on his head. Yeah, that's right. I fly a new height, you fly a new kite. Wise man change their mind, dummies act like